If there are 2 items from this that I feel like you must have. Hi mommies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dania. If you're new here, I want to go ahead and remind you to subscribe. Also hit the little bell so that you get notified every time I upload some more spicy content. Also, I very much thought about starting this video with a little wave because, you know, your girl got nails now, so she ain't basic no more. And I'm just kidding. I don't think you're basic if you don't have nails. But personally myself, I prefer to have nails. I actually had nails for like 3 years straight. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing that was gonna make my job harder as a new mom. So I just hadn't done them since, and I finally got back. My nail tech down below, she did a great job. Like, they're so cute, look. See? Just kidding. I feel like I've been planning to make this video for like ever since we moved pretty much, and I'm finally now getting around to it. All of the items that I tried are, some of them are spendy, okay? Let me spend the money so that you don't have to. I'll just tell you what I think about them. So if you want to try any of these products or get any of these products, I will be linking all of them down below. I feel like all the ones that I'm going to share with you guys have been worth the money. I feel like are very easy for you to find, and I just feel like overall they were very good purchases for our home. The very first item, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but this is the very first item that I actually showed up with in my trunk of my car when we came to get the keys. I have my laptop here because I wrote stuff down so I can give you guys details. I'll also kind of show you a little bit. I'm not going to go, it's not like a tutorial of how to use any of the products, but just like a quick little, you know, run through so you kind of get the gist of it all, okay? So the Nespresso machine that I have, because there are a lot of different like combinations, lip gloss problems, there are a lot of combinations. Gosh, hairball. Okay, there are a lot of different Nespresso machines out there that you can get. The one that I have is actually the VertuoPlus. That's my machine right there. And it also comes with the Aerochino 3, which is the little milk frother, which is a must, okay? So I actually recorded a short clip a while ago of me using the machine, and I kind of showed you guys my go-to little barista mix. So I will roll the footage for that right here. Go-to recipe that I do for my coffee. You need whipping cream, oat milk, which I know is kind of ironic here, but I'm gonna be using the Ice Ligero one. I also use this vanilla syrup. I feel like it has to be this one. It matters. And ice. I wish I could say I was having this much caramel for gains, but no, it's for flavor. So while that brews, I oat milk in here, a little splash. That's actually really good. Yeah. Starbucks can hire me any day. But they probably can't afford my rates, so. I am planning on getting like a little organizer for all of my pods. Mine are the little dome ones. I'll show you what they look like. But see, they're the little domes. Okay, so this Nespresso machine I think can make like 5 different sizes, and the machine itself knows when you put the pod in there what size it is. And what I mean by that is, for example, this little pot itself, because I mostly drink espresso, I'm gonna serve or make only 1.35 fluid ounces. There are some that are bigger, like if you want to make more like a regular coffee. I'm an espresso type of girl, okay? Because we like shit like, si no está cargado, no es café. I will try to come up with some like little recipes in case any of you want to get the Nespresso and you want to try some different mixes or make some different iced coffees. We'll share that with you. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. My handle is @Dania_Yvette. both Dania and Yvette with a Y. Each one of these little pods ends up costing you like $1. I ended up ordering like $100 worth of this coffee. Think about it. That would have been $500 at Starbucks. It pays for itself, ladies. It's an investment. And don't let your partner, husband, parents, anyone try to convince you that you don't need it, because you do. You know what? Let's pour some wine. Here it is. I feel like I'm squatting down. I should just move the camera, but you know, who's got time for that right now? Definitely not as sweet as I'm used to. So if you guys see me chugging, oh, it's a little tart. Okay, I feel like I went too into detail with that last product, and I'm just kind of trying to give you guys an overall review, like very quickly on each one of these things as to why I feel like it's worth the investment, because you pay for convenience, okay? Like you pay for convenience sometimes, because I'm not gonna lie, se me apretaba el codo a little bit like with some of these things, and I'm like, oh shit, do we actually need to spend that on this? But I feel like it's really paid off, because they just make things easier, and practicality and convenience, you know, goes a long way, especially when you're a busy mom who works, or even if you don't, because I actually read somewhere that being a stay-at-home mom was equivalent to like 2.5 jobs. So anyways, time is money. So this next one, I really like it, especially because of the fact that it saves so much time, not only with cooking, but also with the cleanup. And I feel like it's healthier than some of the alternatives. It's the Ninja Foodie 10-in-1 XL Pro Air Fry Oven. Well, last night I made some chicken, and instead of frying it, I put it in there and did the air fry, and it was just so much cleaner. You don't have aceite splashing everywhere, and it was just healthier, less mess, altogether just overall a better experience. I recorded the same day that I recorded the Nespresso footage that you guys just saw. So that day I made breakfast burritos, and I was able to just throw the bacon in there, the potatoes in there, do them at the same time, because there's multiple racks that you can put stuff in there. I will go ahead and I will roll the footage for that right here. You can whole roast, air fry, make pizza, you can bake, you can dehydrate, you can broil, you can toast, you can warm your bagels, and you can reheat. The tater tots cooked so freaking good. Also the bacon, I made some eggs separately, like I kind of made them over hard and then just cut them into pieces, because sometimes the scramble, they're just so much harder to stuff into burritos. Personal preference this time. And I'm about to add some cheddar cheese and make the burritos. So far, definitely impressed with the Ninja Foodie 10-in-1 air fryer oven. That's a lot to say. The burritos, they came out fire. I also have this green homemade salsa that I made yesterday.
So usually when we cook meals, we cook with like, on average, like 2 to 3 pans every time.
With the salsa, so good.
We only used like 1 pan, and that was for the eggs. So
1 pan for the eggs only. Also, because we moved in the summer and we've still been having some hot days, very much rather make stuff there than do stuff in the big oven, if you can help it, of course. Like I probably can't fit a whole turkey, but I can fit a whole chicken. It just overall makes it so your whole house doesn't get super hot. And porque somos mexicanas in this house, because I didn't have as much storage, I used to put a lot of my cazuelas in the oven, y luego era una lata when you're like, ugh, sacar todo to reheat it or to preheat the oven, you know, so you avoid all that. One of the items that I've mentioned or talked about a lot before were our blinds. And so I want to show you guys which blinds we have and tell you guys why I think that they are a very good option if you have to get blinds. Fun fact, or actually not fun fact, I think it's kind of weird. A lot of our neighbors still don't have blinds, but I also know it's a big expense that maybe they can't do at the time, but I'm kind of like, ugh, can you guys please prioritize getting blinds? This is what it looks like. Okay, and I don't have curtains or anything. I still have a long way to go with decorating. They are cordless. Sorry if the lighting got kind of weird. You just push this little button and then you raise it up. My chairs are up because my daughter likes to get on them. We're also waiting for a new table. Here's another one in the living room. The reason why I thought that these blinds were worth the money, they're not like the most expensive option out there, okay? But something that I really like about having these blinds, they're light filtering, so that means they still let light through. If you have them all closed, like it is still like the light comes through, but you still have privacy so your neighbors can see you. So, you know, it's the weekend, you're feeling a little frisky and you're like, I want to free the nipple today. Your neighbors aren't gonna see you and you're still gonna have light in here. We pretty much have these same blinds in all of our windows, even upstairs. The only one that's different, which is still the same, but it's a blackout is a blind, is the one in our room. So in our room, we do have a blackout blind, which I also really much recommend, especially like in the master. You get such better sleep when the room is pitch black. The blinds specifically that we have, we got them at Lowe's. You already know we got shitty service, but what they're called is Levolor Blinds. I don't know if you can find them somewhere else. We just happened to find these at Lowe's. They'll trim them there exactly, like in the box and everything. It was convenient. The only one we had to wait for was that big one that I told you guys about. We ended up getting some cameras for our house, and the ones that we have are the Arlo Essential Spotlight camera, and they're indoor and outdoor. But what's really cool about these is that they're completely wire free, so you don't have like cables and stuff going on. And I think when they're fully charged all the way, they could last up to like 6 months. So this is what the little camera looks like. RJ has it on here right now because he's charging it. I'm not really sure about the mounting. He did it all himself. There's a lot of camera options out there, okay? But what I thought was cool about these was the wire free. It kind of makes it easier for you guys, or in this case, somebody in your family to help you, because I would not be up there doing that. I wouldn't know what to do. You don't have to worry about like wiring anything. So that's pretty cool. Plus it gives us peace of mind when we get notified. You can also track your packages like Amazon. If they're out there, when they got there, you can see them on your phone. Okay, so item number 5 is an air purifier, okay? The one that I have specifically is a Shark brand air purifier 6 with anti-allergen HEPA filter advanced odor and fumes locked, and it can clean 1,200 square feet. The reason why I thought this one was really cool is because it pretty much can clean our whole downstairs, and then we'll take it upstairs and do the whole upstairs. For the price of this one, I thought it was really good because a lot of the options that I was finding could only do like 300 square feet or 400 square feet, and this one did such a larger area. So it was nice that we don't have to be moving it all the time. We could just move it downstairs and upstairs and it'll clean the whole area. It's come in handy so much because I've mentioned before with new construction, there's a lot of dust in the house. Plus, I had no idea that like when we cook, how dirty our air really gets. Like the quality of your air drops significantly. I don't know, especially like say you throw some bacon or anything fried, like it's bad. Like the air quality will drop to 0 right away, and it's just working so hard to like clean it, you know? Let me go plug it in because I had Archie bring it from upstairs downstairs just so I can show you guys, because Bella's asleep upstairs, so I don't want to wake her up going up there. Ooh, this is a little dusty. Can you see me through all the manchas on this thing? And yes, I'm wearing Crocs. Our air quality right now is at 100%. When the air quality drops a little bit, it'll be fair, poor, like this tells you. I actually haven't messed with the settings too much. RJ's the one that's kind of handled this. Like, remember when I told you guys that I had gotten sick? I feel like this made such a big difference because there was so much dust particles, and just, like I said, this has like that anti-allergen filter in it. So it really, really helps. So if you know, you suffer from bad allergies, I would recommend trying it out. Most of these items, like especially the small appliances and like the electronic stuff, we've gotten it at Best Buy. I poured it, so me lo voy a acabar. The next item that, and I'm actually really excited about sharing this item with you guys because this item was actually recommended to me by my sister, and I feel like it has already paid for itself. It's called the BISSELL CrossWave Max Wet Dry Cordless Multi-Surface Cleaner. That's a lot, but basically what it is, it's like a 2-in-1. It kind of is shaped like a traditional vacuum. It's a 2-in-1 mop and sweep because I hate mopping. It's a lot less strain than mopping because it's like a vacuum. I'll show you guys right now how it works. I started thinking about it. When you mop the traditional way, you're kind of mopping with dirty water. You only get clean water once, like the first time you start, and then from there on out, every time you come and like wash them up, the water's already dirty, you know? With this, you're only using clean water the entire time. Plus, it self-cleans at the end, which is really cool. The only downside I would say is because I do have a fairly large downstairs and it's all hardwood floors that I clean with this machine. So I feel like the tank that takes the water in the solution could be a little bit bigger. Other than that, I don't have any complaints other than that one. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit of popcorn on the floor so you guys can see. Okay.
Little Miss Swanny Bellarine waking up from her nap, playing arts and crafts.
This is a sample of what the solution looks like, and it kind of goes a long way because you put only a little bit as compared to like the water. You saw the floor didn't get wet, and it's because I didn't realize I didn't have this empty because I just used it. I don't recommend you put anything but this in there because this doesn't get very sudsy. So you don't want to use like regular soap, and I probably would ruin the machine. Actually wets the floor and does mop. I also made a wet mess over here, so it takes like a little bit to like mix because it's just barely now full. If there are two items from this that I feel like you must have, one, it would be this, and two, it would be the Foodie, the Ninja 10-in-1, because it just cuts your cook time and the cleanup time, and it's a healthier alternative for a lot of meals. So I really recommend those two items. If there's anything from what I list today that you want to try, check those out, linked below like I said. Now, item number 7, lucky number 7, let me take you guys. I made a little cleaning or a closet that I'm dedicating to all my cleaning stuff. And I also keep like our work backpacks here. I have a little rack with all of my cleaning stuff, and this is where I'm gonna put the mop and stuff too. I'm just gonna get an extension cord so that I can have everything plugged in while it's in there and then just charge it out here. Archie's gonna set that up for me. I did get the new iPhone like almost a week ago now, and I still have yet to use it because I'm scared of breaking it. I'm gonna get a screen protector coming soon. So my next item is actually this Dyson vacuum. It is probably the priciest item on the list. I feel like it's totally worth it. I'm gonna show you guys just really quickly. I mean, you already kind of know how a vacuum works, but what's really cool about this one is that it's very strong. And I can pretty much vacuum like our stairs and the entire upstairs, like all of the rooms, even the bathrooms, in probably like 10 minutes. You know, with the regular vacuum, you're like going slow and having to do that, and then like by the time you're done, this arm is buff and this one isn't. This one, it's just super lightweight, and like I said, it's so strong that you just go through it one time real quick and it picks everything up. So what's also pretty cool about this one is that it comes with like a little digital screen right here. This will tell you like what, you know, the battery settings. It also tells you like what you're picking up. I haven't really looked up all of this information and what it means, but it's all of the like dust and allergen particles that it's picking up. But also it's very easy. Like, look at all my greñas in there, because girl, I shed so much. So that's why I love it, because it's so strong. I guess it's like a turbo designer, I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is like it's so powerful that like my hair does not get caught up in here. It just takes it all the way up, and then this is very easy to just dump it out. I'm sure you can find other alternatives or other dupes that are similar, because this one is pretty pricey. I haven't even told you guys what model it is, so I'll tell you guys right now. So the one that I have is the Dyson V15 Detect, which has like the newest technology as far as the vacuum, but there are still like 2 on top of that that are supposed to be like bigger, badder, better, you know. We weren't able to get this one through Best Buy, and we've been trying to buy everything there, which I'm not encouraging credit card debt. My biggest tip is buy things if you have the money to pay them off right away, but definitely take advantage of your credit card perk. Been able to just get all these points to use on other things, but they didn't have it available at Best Buy, so we just got it through Dyson directly. I don't know if you get all of these attachments if you buy it elsewhere, but since we bought it through Dyson specifically, it came with a bunch of different attachments. Like, it comes with something to like actually mount the actual vacuum part up to the wall so that it's easy to be charged. It comes with this attachment, which is for hardwood floors. It even comes with a little laser beam so that like if it's dark or like, you know, you can't really see all the dust particles that are actually there. Another thing that I won't do a demo for, but that I feel is an important investment in your household are proper, good quality knives. So we actually bought some knives when we first moved from a website called Bernal Cutlery, and we ended up going with like a set of German knives because I know you probably heard of like the Japanese knives, and those are really cool, but the options that were available on the website, these were better just because of the shape and everything. Like some of the Japanese ones are more for like sushi, which is like way, you know, not something in my skill set. So anyways, let me show you guys some of the knives. Like it makes all the difference because we were struggling with like a little set that we had from IKEA. So this is like one of the little ones. I'm gonna look like a matona. They're really good quality. This one's specifically for like tomatoes and like bread and stuff like that. I also have just like a little one for your limones. You know, if you're Mexican, you're cutting limones on the regular. It came with like a whole set, probably like 5, huh, babe?
Yes.
You don't have to go with these. I just thought that I'd share that was something that we kind of splurged on because they were pretty pricey. It's just so worth it because everything's easy. And like sometimes I feel like prepping and cooking takes longer because you don't really have the equipment that it takes and that you need to just have things go conveniently smooth. So definitely recommend getting some good knives. That sums up this video. Again, none of these items were sponsored in any way, just my own personal opinion on these items that I've purchased for my own home in case that you want to try them out. Again, you pay for convenience. Don't be afraid of splurging if it's going to make your life easier. Even if it hurts, you know, like I told you guys, se me apretaba el codo a little bit for some of these things. But overall, I feel like it's been very much worth it. If you like me sharing things like this regarding like, you know, things that I do in my house or that I have in my house or just the home videos, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget, just click it right now. Like it's tradition with all of my videos, I am going to be leaving you guys with a positive affirmation. The positive affirmation for this video is if you want it, buy it. I've been struggling. Like there was a time where I was a very big spender, like se me hacía fácil, like just swiping the card, you know? And then we started saving for a house and I was like, okay, I really need to be more conscious about what I'm doing, what I'm spending my money on. Now that we have the house, I'm not saying go into debt or anything like that, or that that's my plan. I will say I am trying to be a little bit better about not guilting myself if there's something that I want. It's okay to splurge and to spoil ourselves a little bit sometimes. And especially if it's something for your house, like you shouldn't even feel bad about it because it's gonna be returned to the entire household. It's not just for you, you know? Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the next one. Peace. Bella Rain.